What is up, guys? It's Lay the House, or I'm here, and we're taking a look at this MLB slate for Tuesday, April 1st. 13 games on today. We've been on a pretty good run to start the season. I went 4-2 on my plays yesterday, which moves my record to 12 wins and 6 losses for the premium members. If you are not a premium member and you want to sign up for the premium, that link is in the description below. Or if you want my free plays, I post about 1 to 3 free plays every single day from my premium article. All that is posted in my free Discord server, and that link to join is also in the description below. The Discord's a great place to be. It's a totally open community. Just come on in, join in, post all your plays, post your analysis, post your wins. It's just a totally open community, and it's just a really good place to be. We're going to be taking a look at a few pitcher props mostly today. That's what I'm mainly focusing on early on in the season here, and I will be using Outlier to show you where I found my research for these plays. I use a few different tools for MLB. First one is Outlier. This is a paid website. You can get a 7-day free trial. That link's also in the description below if you wanted a free trial with them. But basically, this is like the ultimate time saver when it comes to looking at trends for players. You can open up any single player's profile, and you can see how often they've hit in the last 5, 10, 15, 20 games, full season, head-to-head, all the cool stuff that you like to see when looking at trends. I also use rotowire.com every day to look at the lineups and the starting pitchers for every slate. And then I use Fangraphs as well to get a much deeper understanding of some of the stats that Outlier doesn't support in itself. And I kind of have a really good knowledge on a lot of these advanced baseball analytics too, which will help me make these plays. So without further ado, let's jump right into the plays for today. The first play I want to touch on is Corbin Burnes over 15.5 pitching outs. So he is a quality start machine. He basically gets a quality starter almost every single game. He's gone over 15.5 outs in 27 out of 33 games last season. Hasn't pitched yet this season. He did throw a simulated game last week because of the way opening day lined up. They wanted to keep him on a 5-day pitching schedule. So starting him today means he'll be on a 5-day schedule just moving forward, and that's what he wanted. But he did throw a simulated game the other day. In his last start in spring training, he threw 75 pitches. I think he's going to get his normal workload today of 90-plus pitches. The Yankees, they're absolutely raking right now. You see all the stuff in the news and the media about the torpedo bats and everything. But some of these guys used them last year, too. I know Stanton was using it last year, although he's out right now. But, the torpedo bats have been around for quite a while now. They're just becoming big and mainstream because the Yankees hit all those home runs over the weekend, and they were talking about it on Yes Network during the game. So that is kind of blown out of proportion. But anyways, Corbin Burnes, he pitched pretty well against the Yankees last year. He had 2 starts against them. He did go 6 innings one game and only 5 innings in the other, where they kind of blew him up a bit. But I'm going to ride with his full season trend of 27 out of 33 games, going past 1 out in the 5th inning. I think he could probably get a quality start in this one too, and I think he's really going to shut down the Yankees. The next player we're going to head over to is Jose Berrios, over 17.5 pitching outs. He had big problems in his first start. He gave up a ton of hard contact against against the Orioles. They actually just rocked him. That's why he didn't go over 15 outs. I think I had over 15.5 pitching outs for Berrios, and I was feeling pretty good at it. And until the Orioles just shelled him around a bit. But he gave up a ton of hard contact, mostly to the lefties. He still went 5, but I do think he goes deeper today. If you look at his entire season last year, he went over 17.5 pitching outs in 23 of 32 starts last season. And if we're just looking at the home games, it was 12 out of 15 home games. So he's another guy that gets a lot of quality starts. He had 21 quality starts in 32 games last year, and he's just a guy that's going to go deep into games. The Nationals don't scare me too much against right-handed pitching. I was picking on them yesterday with Bowden Francis with the strikeouts and everything. So if you wanted to take this strikeouts prop, the Nationals do strike out a lot against right-handed pitchers as well. The third play I want to touch on is Chris Sale over 6 strikeouts. Now, Chris Sale's going up against the Dodgers, and he didn't look amazing in his first start of the year, but he still did get 7 strikeouts against the Padres, which is the team who struck out the least last season against left-handed pitching. But if you look at it as a whole, he went over 6 strikeouts in, looks like 20 out of 29 games. However, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times where he actually ended up with 6 on the nose. So it's really 26 out of 29 games that he had over 5.5 strikeouts. So I'm taking the safety with the push by going with 6. I'm not going to go over and do 6.5. But basically, he hit this number 26 out of 29 starts last year. He faced the Dodgers once last season, had 6 strikeouts in that matchup last year. And then he also had a 34.3% strikeout rate on the road last season. This Dodgers lineup, they really haven't struck out a ton against lefties this season or even last season. But Chris Sale is not your typical left-handed pitcher. Obviously, he's a reigning Cy Young winner for a reason. He is just getting better every year, and he just reminds me of that old school Clayton Kershaw, where he's just that dominant lefty, comes in and just completely controls the game. So Chris Sale over 6 strikeouts is the third play, and then the fourth play I'm going to touch on really quickly is Shane Baz over 5 strikeouts. Now, this is a revenge game for Baz. The Pirates drafted him, and he was traded to the Rays in that big Glass Now trade that happened, 6-7 years ago with the Rays and everything that ended up being a total flop for the Pirates. So it's a revenge game for Baz. He had 5+ strikeouts in 10 of 14 starts last season and in 6 of 6 home starts. However, these games were in Tropicana Field last year, not Steinbrenner Stadium or Steinbrenner Field, whatever it's called. So take that with a grain of salt. But the Pirates struck out the sixth most against right-handed pitching last season at 24.3%. So I don't think Baz is going to go deep in the game. I doubt he goes beyond the 5th inning or so. Probably gets through 5 innings. But I do think he's going to get over at least 5 strikeouts on this game today. And then a few home run picks that I'm going to be on today. I'm just going to touch on really quick before I end this video. So Will Warren on the Yankees, he's a total gas can. I'm likely going to be looking at the D-backs for some home runs today. I think Corbin Carroll might hit one out. We can go with Ketel Marte, Josh Naylor, Pavin Smith, pretty much any of the lefties. Even Perdomo's got a shot at hitting one out too. But I'm really liking these lefty bats for the Dodgers today. And then I also really like these Rangers bats too. I think Carson Spires is just a total gas can, so I assume he's going to give up a couple home runs today. So pretty much anyone in this Rangers order can hit a home run. Semien, Seager, Jock Jams, he's looked rough, but he's pretty much a home run or bust kind of guy. Garcia, Berger, any of these guys can go deep today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Join the free Discord server in the link in the description below. And last but not least, best of luck on your plays tonight, everyone.